So distillation was one of the main water purification system, and then reverse osmosis system. So reverse osmosis system is basically a filtration system. So you run your water against this osmosis direction by applying a high pressure. So then water will flow from less concentrated side to the higher concentrated side, which is against the osmosis direction. That's why it's considered reverse osmosis. Okay, so then since there's a filter, maybe very ultra filter that can trap and remove contaminants, you will get a pure filter there. So that's a filtration system for your water treatment. So UFI is collected in a holding tank, and or it could recirculate it through a facility piping system. Okay, so holding tank with several thousand gallon capacity is normally kept at a constant 80 degrees Celsius. So 80 degrees is very hot. So almost like boiling. So if you stick your hand in it, it'll be burnt, right? So that's to prevent contamination, of course, of the growth of bacterial things. If stored at room temperature, any unused UFI should be discarded after 24 hours. So 24 hours of storage is the limit. Okay. And then, so UFI water quality specification is right there. So inorganic content, you can measure that using a conductivity measure. So 1.3 microsiemens per centimeter or less than that at the 25 degrees Celsius. You should have that reading. Otherwise, it's contaminated. And organic content, again, you can measure it. And 0.5 milligram per liter or less is the organic matter that is allowed. And pyrogen test at endotoxin. So you can measure that using LAL test. 0.25 EU per mil or same or less is the allowed endotoxin content in UFI. Microbial content in every 100 milliliter you can have less than 10 cells. Basically, that's what it is. And then, of course, airflow. Good air is generated through HEPA filter, right? So air from outside should pass through several layers of HEPA filter. And before HEPA filter, you will use pre-filter that has larger holes, like glass wools, cloth, and shredded plastics, and things like that. And then after pre-filter, you will go, the air will go through the HEPA filter. So HEPA filter is very efficient in removing particulates. 99.97% of particulates will be removed if their size is same or larger than 0.3 micron. Okay, so filter itself is made with dense packed fiber material. Okay, so that's how it can remove particulates efficiently. So air qualification of sterile production area, of course. So warehouse is unclassified area, it's dirty area, just normal people stay there actively. And the preparation of equipment area is considered as maybe 100,000, class 100,000 components are there. And the compounding of product area, that's 100,000 as well. And the filling, of course, is the cleanest area, class 100. Capping is 100,000 as well. And sterilization, it's unclassified. And the sampling, unclassified. Finishing, unclassified. It's that order. Okay, finally, assignment questions. So, number 1, define CGMP by explaining why it's important for patients. Well, so if your product doesn't have the quality, the patient would, have a risk because of unquality product going into their body, right? So how do you guarantee that your product meets the quality requirements? By following the CGMP guideline. Define GDP, good documentation practice, by explaining why it's important for patients. So the documentation is a proof of the quality. Without it, there's no evidence or proof, right? So everything that is done on your product during the manufacturing process is all written down. Okay, if there's a problem, you can trace back the source of the problem. Compare the clean room classification system of ISO, Federal Standard, and EU. We looked at it, right? So if you go back to the chart right there, so ISO 5, class 100, grade A, right? ISO 7, class 10,000, grade B. ISO 8, class 100,000, grade C. ISO 9, class 1 million is grade D. Okay, that's that. Then describe one of the purification systems used in generating UFI quality. Okay, so you may use distillation, you may use reverse osmosis, you may use ion exchange baths, you may use charcoal filtration, pre-filter. There are so many kinds of purification system. By combining all, you can generate UFI quality, of course. Describe how HEPA filters are validated. So, what gas do you use? The gas generates a droplet 0.7 micron or above. So PAO gas, right? PAO stands for what again? Let's see. Where was that? It's ahead of it somewhere. Yeah, right here. So, yeah, PAO stands for polyalpha olefin aerosol, which generates a droplet of 0.7 microns. So you use that aerosol gas to see if it's coming through the HEPA or not. Okay, so that's that. Alright, that's it.